Hello guys and welcome to this next video log. In this video log I'm just going to sit here and talk with you. Of course it will be a one-way discussion because I can talk to you, but you do not have the opportunity to speak directly to me. If you have any questions or things you're not agreeing with me, just send me an email. The address is known, but of course at the end of this video log I will also show it again in the screen. In the past video logs I just told you about the preparations I made for breeding. I showed you some products. I also showed you some of the birds that are housed over here, and I got a comment on it. The comment was that it looked like a TV ad. It looked like I was selling products. Well, let me assure you, I do not have shares at Zwiers. I do not have any shares at Zwiers. And yes, I am promoting my own birds, but just because I'm very proud of them. They brought me a lot of success and a lot of joy, and that's why I like to introduce to you. One of the other reasons why I introduce the birds to you is when you really want to understand what I'm doing here, you need to know what kind of birds house over here. The system that I use is fine, it's okay, it's a way to be a champion, but if somebody else uses the system but do not have the same quality of birds, I'm very sorry for you, but you will not get the same results. The biggest problem that people have these days is they trust in products, in medicines, in all kinds of miracle shit that there is for sale. I often wonder, why do people all go to the exhibitions and buy products? The lines in the at the exhibitions for the stands to sell products is way bigger than all the lines that are for the stands for the guys who sell birds. And okay, I do not know if the guys have very good birds, I understand, but do yourself all a favor, just save the money for all the products and shit you do not use, and buy a decent bird. The chance you will be successful with that purchase is way much more than any product there is for sale on these days. This is also the reason why I'm not afraid to tell you all about the system that I use. I will not afraid to tell you all the products I use, the way I'm training my birds. No problem for me at all, because for one reason, you do not have my birds. The guys who have birds of mine, most of them succeed with them. Of course not all, because to succeed in pigeon racing sports you need a couple of things. You need a good bird, which is I think about 70% of your performance. You need a very good loft, which is 20% of your performance, and of course the fancier yourself also have a 10% share in the performance. When the races get shorter, the percentages of the fancier get higher and the percentage of the bird get lower. I know this for a fact because I used to do young bird racing. I was very good at it because I had a lot of time for it, and the birds as a youngster won everything there was to win, but as an older bird, when it came to true quality, they were not as good as they were as a youngster the year before. So back to the marathon. Bird is 70%, loft is 20%, and you as a fancier are 10%. The 10% are very important because what can you do in the 10%? You feed the birds, you prepare them medically, and you train the birds. Especially training and feeding are points where you could make a difference. That's at least the thing that I believe in. But 10% in comparison to 70%, of course, is nothing. Why would I invest a shitload of money in a bird when you can easily buy a product which also enhances your bird? That's not the thing that I believe. That's why I always keep investing in birds, searching for better birds. The biggest problem what people have is thinking they have good birds. But when they really have good birds, their performance go to the roof. Doing the same system, using the same medicaments, but just the big difference is they have good birds. But what is a good bird? A good bird is a bird that wins or has proven genes in it, which gives you the opportunity to breed winners of your own. My breeding philosophy is quite simple. I want to breed as many top prizes in the first 2 generations that is possible. Third generation, fourth generation, really I don't give a shit. It seems hard, but the, the percentage of the bird in the third generation in comparison to the bird in second generation or first generation is so devastating low. For me, it's simple mathematics. If you have the time about the bird, I'm completely honest, I cannot judge a bird. Yeah, I can judge a bird. I can say if it's big, small, long, short. If it's has a good wing, I can't tell. I can tell you if it has a wing. I see people opening wings all the time, but when I ask them, what do you see? 90% out of them can't give me an answer. I can also feel if the vent bones are closed, if the bird's got a strong back. But to be honest, 99% of the performance of the bird is in the head, and that's the place we cannot look. If the bird has the perfect athlete body but is as stupid as a canary, sorry for it, it will never win. But the other way is also true. If a bird has some flaws, open vent bones, a weak back, but has the smartness to choose the shortest route and also have the intelligence and mordant to push through, it can be a winner. So again, people, facts, not some kind of gibberish. Oh, it's got a perfect wing for flying, or it's got a perfect breeding eye. If you have any doubt about the guy who's selecting birds for you, just take a look at his results. Is he a good racer? Okay, maybe he knows something. But most of the guys who preach to know everything there is about a bird, who can tell you about the bird only by handling it, if it's a good one, no, I really don't believe in that kind of gibberish. For me, it's very simple. I basket the birds, and the ones that arrive early are the best ones. They have the most intelligence, and the ones that arrive late, time after time, you won't win the war with that one. That's simply how I see pigeon racing sports. The bird that I'm holding right now is my favorite. Her name is Bonte Lady. She's a hen. She's small, short, very soft in the feathering, a very intelligent bird. Why is she intelligent? Not only because she is able to win top prizes at marathon races, but also when I race her for the preliminary training races, she is always the first arrive at my loft. Sometimes 5 to 6 minutes ahead of the rest on a race of 60-70 kilometers. So this bird knows the shortest way home, and this is a quality that I need in my breeding loft, and also again in my racing loft afterwards, of course. I had a discussion about 2 years ago with Joost de Smijter, a well-known marathon champion, who told me, Frank, if you directly breed from winners, about 1 in 10 will be a good one. Not an exceptional good one, but a good one, which helps you further. If you have a generation further, you have to multiply that number by 10, which means for every grandchild of one super bird, you need 100 breeds to have a good one, according to the theory of Joost. And I actually believe him. That's why I chose to not sell my national winners, to not sell my best performing birds, just all put them back at the breeding loft. These birds have proven to have the good genes to be able to win, and that's what we all want. That's also the reason why a lot of fanciers in the country, but also in Belgium, perform with my birds. Only this year, for example, the first international ace pigeon of Pau is bred from a daughter of my Golden Future, so it's a 50% Frank Zwiers pigeon. The same can be told for the second national Bergerac, the fifth national Pau, the fifth national Narbonne, and also in Belgium, 2 birds that ended up in the top 20 national from Narbonne this year. All 50% of more are descendant from this loft. And the only reason why people are successful with the birds is because I only care for quality. Don't care for products, don't care for any other kind of theory, just proven quality. That's the only thing that counts again. So I understand if you have any questions after this preach. I can call it a preach. Just let me know. Just send me an email, and I will respond to that. Also, if you do not disagree with what I'm saying, no problem at all. Just send me an email with your facts and let me know.